All right, we are live from the Contractor's Edge booth, sponsored by our friends at FRS. They go well beyond the products. We're here with Mike at Smart Level. Excited to see these toys in action. So, Mike, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah.
We want to hear all about this.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you having me out. It's always cool to do. I love these podcasts and things of this nature.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Well, I'm Mike East, the owner of Smart Level. I've been in business. Actually, in August, I will have been in business for 30 years now. It
Congratulations.
goes
That's,
by
Wow.
fast.
that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Wow.
So the basic model when we started out was used in like leveling manufactured housing.
Mhm.
With under the homes, you had all of the axles and everything in the way, and lasers. You have to continually move a laser. Every time you move a laser, there's a really good chance you're going to lose your benchmark.
Right.
It's really tough.
Mhm.
So that's one of the advantages of Smart Level. Even then, was it works off of a tube. It works off pressure.
Mhm.
So anywhere I can snake this display with that tube around over behind something, I get a valid reading. I could go around through the door and tell if the floor in the backside was level where we are now.
Oh, wow.
So
Mhm.
that's a huge advantage
That is.
over
Yeah.
lasers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, like I say, the initial model we came out with, all it did was give you a reading. As electronics have evolved through the years, about a decade ago, we came out with a Bluetooth model.
Okay.
So with Bluetooth connectivity, we've got it tied in with an app now. So whatever you see in the level,
Mhm.
you're going to be seeing in the app. That
Mhm.
also gives us the ability to actually load a floor plan into our app and drop our readings directly into the floor plan, recording it.
That's
So you no
fantastic.
longer have to take a tape measure and go around and write the readings down or a
Oh,
story
yeah.
pole like you would with your
We were
typical
just
laser.
talking about the
Yeah.
visualization that you get. It's
Absolutely.
hard for the homeowners to understand when you
Yeah.
can plot this right here. I'm in love with this already.
Well, it sounds
Yes.
like it removes the guesswork and
Mhm.
efficiency. I know we kind of pre-gamed a little bit. You were showing
Yeah.
off some
Yeah.
of the things, and we're like, wait, we have to have you like walk through this
Mhm.
Got to
demonstration
walk through
for
that.
us.
Yes.
Yeah.
So as far as plotting your measurements, we'll make our 0 point anywhere I'm standing in the property. I put the little crosshairs in the app,
Yep.
and you'll simply dropped our zero reading in
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
right where we are.
Yeah.
So obviously, this is the fifth floor of the Hilton downtown Nashville. It's not practical to do this and walk around here.
Sure. Sure.
So
Right.
we're kind of mocking this up a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
So say we walk over to another location.
Yep.
Say we walk over to here, and now we're showing 3 inches would be significant. I mean, typically, and although in this particular, this was the fifth floor of the Hilton, and there was 3 inches of variation from one side across to the other.
Oh,
I didn't
wow.
realize. Yeah, they had a lot of work to do on that.
Oh.
So when we get down here, we'll hit the little pencil and scissors, and we'll drop that reading in.
Wow.
Mhm.
So you can tell as quickly as you can walk a structure, you can map it,
Yeah.
record it digitally, and this is not only recording our measurements on a JPEG, but it's creating an X, Y, and Z, all of your data for 3D mapping.
Oh my gosh.
So we can take this information and work with companies like we're tied in with Spatial Vision.
Okay.
We
Okay.
can create a topographical
Like 3D.
a
So the top.
topographical of the
Mhm.
floor. I thought I meant to bring a flyer with me where I could show you that.
Sure.
But it color codes all of your different height variations.
Right.
It's really cool. We're working with ArcSight right now. We're going to be integrated with ArcSight to where if you don't have a floor plan,
Right.
this was a commercial project, so obviously they had commercial floor
Sure.
plans.
Yeah.
But you may be working a structure that's 30 years old and you don't have a floor plan. ArcSight's phenomenal for actually drawing that floor plan up.
Right.
Mhm.
And then once we're connected, you don't even have to use our app. After you draw the plan up in ArcSight, you just drop your readings directly into the ArcSight
And now you're
program.
natively on ArcSight. It's funny
Yes.
because the more that we're talking with manufacturers such as yourself, we're seeing that ArcSight really integrates with these things and makes it easier for the contractor to then show the homeowner and work through the entire process.
Yes.
It,
So
it's, it becomes a differentiator like between, so we keep talking about people getting 3 appointments and having everybody come through. If
Yeah.
you are the contractor that has this ability to educate the homeowner to visualize it for them, you win that job. And like,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes.
we were talking about it in the tee up, the protection for the contractor or the company from not having as much human error, from getting the right measurements to offer the right solution as well.
Yes.
So you're
Yes.
saving money on the go backs. Like nobody likes to re-dig up that earth or
No.
put in more piers or send their crews back out to that same
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you're creating an SOP,
Mhm.
an
Mhm.
operating procedure that is the same. Turnaround now with personnel is always a problem. It's
Yeah.
probably as bad now as it's ever been.
Absolutely.
If you've got SOPs or procedures in place where you just train your people, this is the way we do this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Everybody does everything the same. You don't have all this data coming at you with different formats that you have to go through and figure all this out.
Sure.
It streamlines everything. It eliminates mistakes.
Mhm.
It's just a
Well,
future.
that's the friction that I see in the like on the contractor side a lot. Like I
Training.
talk to people like, why don't you do foundation repair? Why aren't you doing piering? They're like, I'm scared to train my guys. I'm
Yeah.
scared to put somebody out there and mess with the structure of a home like that. What if they make mistakes? What if I'm caught up in court? What if I have to like go back into those homes? They're like,
Absolutely.
this is
Yeah.
that protection that you need.
This
Oh, yeah.
also, as I say, we're tied in with spatial vision also.
Yeah.
Spatial vision will create your 3D topographicals. And the engineer, Bob Brown, that designed this has 40 years in the industry. He's a guru.
I get his emails.
Yeah.
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 So
Yep.
Bob has worked out a program with spatial vision where it will evaluate your slab and tell you if it falls within guidelines or not.
Mhm.
Wow.
So that's taking some of that pressure off of you and kicking it up to professional levels.
Sure.
Mhm.
And with those topos, you can show the homeowner the topo, this is dark brown here, this is a problem, or everything's gray over here, what have you. A topo gives a visual representation so much quicker and easier.
Mhm.
And
Absolutely.
then you've got all the engineering data that Bob has factored into spatial vision, backing all that up.
Right.
It's like bringing an engineering team on the job.
Exactly.
Oh, that's really exciting. And, we
Yeah.
talk about the advantages for the contractor because, our goal is tips, tools, and tactics that are going to help them grow their home service business.
Yes.
So when we start to look at, innovations like you have here, I feel like it just equips this contractor to have a differentiator in the home. And then it's easier to explain to the homeowner. So now the homeowner is able to visualize and see this. The contractor had the ease of taking time out of their time with the lasers and, like you said, getting around the corner and documenting it. You're here doing this very quickly. I mean, I don't know, what's a typical, basement if we're running through a basement?
Oh gosh, someone that's familiar with the system you can map it almost as fast as you can walk it.
That's crazy. I know when you were kind of doing your thing, I'm like, oh man, you're just mapping that
He's
thing
like,
all
plot,
around.
plot,
Yeah.
plot.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's crazy. I mean, we're talking about efficiency in the home, time saving, accuracy.
Mhm.
I mean, this is really an incredible product.
It's a game changer.
No, I
Well-
appreciate you sharing it with us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great being here. I appreciate the opportunity to share this with everyone
Yep.
because so many people. My main issue right now is people just don't know we're out here. We're
Mhm.
integrated and tied together like that, and that's what this is for. It's phenomenal.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know. I remember seeing you in Pensacola. So
Yes.
you guys had your
Yes.
display in Pensacola, and I'm like looking
Yeah.
at all this stuff and thinking, man, this is really unique products
Mhm.
and for a contractor. And as Anthony said, we hear it all the time, on the agency side. The contractors are scared to get into foundation repair.
They really are.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to talk about like, what is a typical setup, cost wise, and then what is the like training time period?
The training on the smart level system itself, basically, you're trained.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's great.
Certified.
You're talking about 10 minutes or so, and I can go on and Zoom with folks very quickly and easily if
Yep.
anybody needs it. Larger companies, if you have 20 or 30 or 40 people, or even if you have 5 people, if I'm in your area,
Yeah.
I love to stop by and train. I
Mhm.
shoot videos, I get training videos, I get feedback. I get a lot of feedback on different ways that folks use my levels that I
Mhm.
hadn't thought before. Actually, on this project here, it was a David Allen project. And halfway through, we were mapping. He'd gotten a lot of readings. He scrapped everything and started again. I thought, oh, and he just started again. He didn't say, Mike, come here.
Mhm.
I walked over and I said, Marcos, I said, what happened here? He said, well, I found a higher high point. I said, okay, so explain that to me.
Huh.
He says, well, these GQs, they want everything to go in the same direction. They don't want our zero to be in the middle and have half an inch high over here, 2 inches low over here.
Right.
So I need to start with the highest point.
It's fine.
And I thought I had it, but as I was mapping, I found a different point that was higher. I thought,
Yeah.
Marcos, we can fix that.
Oh yeah,
So-
because you can just change the zero point.
I talked to my engineer, and as you're saving it, calculations like that are easy fixes. As you're saving the data, typically I will save the data just like I recorded it,
Right.
but then I'll go back and resave it,
Mhm.
and we have a function where you can make the highest point 0, and the app will recalculate all your data below
Oh.
that.
Yeah, and so it'll just do
That's
the
awesome.
calculation for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So the smart level is actually an industrial computer. So some of the tools that are out there, what you buy is what you get.
Right.
They
yeah.
don't evolve.
Yep.
Smart level learns as well with this suggestion from David Allen.
Yeah.
That sold him on it right there. He said, "I
Sure.
loved this before." He said, "I'm really loving it now."
That's fantastic.
As folks, as I'm out in the field and folks are telling me, "Well, I wish it would do this," or "I wish it would." Well, if he wishes it would do it, there's probably several other people that do.
Yes.
If there's enough to justify the engineering, it's just a matter of time till it comes out and does it.
Mhm.
That's
Right.
why I like going out and talking to these
Yes.
folks because I wouldn't have thought about that myself if I hadn't
Yeah.
been out on job, and he probably wouldn't have told me if I hadn't seen him do it.
Right.
Mhm.
No,
So
it's
that's one
fair.
of the reasons I like going out and training with people because I get as much feedback from them as they get from me a lot of times.
So how do people get in that relationship with you? How do they Do you guys do a flat rate? Are you taking like a percentage off a project? Like how did?
Well, no, actually, the tool, the Smart Level itself,
Uh-huh.
sells for $9.95
Okay.
retail. It comes with a carrying case, the monopod. The app is free. There's no hidden fees or monthly fees or anything
Mhm.
like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you just buy the Smart Level and use it on your own. And you know, one
That's
one
insane.
good job, it'll pay for itself.
I
Yeah,
was just
that's
thinking the
insane.
same thing. I'm
Yeah.
like, wait a second. So we're improving the efficiency. You bought this thing. Now you roll with it. There's no additional fees on
There's
top.
no
It's
fees on monthly
defense
fees or
and
anything.
offense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
No,
it
this
costs
is
that little.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
going to improve your close percentage. I mean,
Uh-huh.
yeah, it
Yes.
affords you the ability to have a better average cost on your jobs as well.
Yes.
No, this is fantastic.
Yeah, and those folks that are already using ArcSight, you know, it's going to be streamlined with them because you're even bypassing my app. You're just uploading your data directly into ArcSight.
Sure.
Mhm.
For those folks that really want to get into some detailed information on slabs and what have you with spatial vision, like I say, once you load that information into the spatial vision program, you get engineering data back from that. That spatial vision is it's a masterpiece.
It sounds. We're going to have to hear more
Yeah.
about that
Now,
one.
all these programs, those programs, of
Right.
course, are monthly fees on those, but you can talk with
Of
those.
course.
But
Right.
the integration and the teamwork here is really cool. I love this industry, the way that we all work together
I
to,
agree.
to lift everybody up.
I
Mhm.
agree. I mean, we can feel your passion. I'm sure that,
Yeah,
viewers and
absolutely.
listeners are kind of feeling the same thing. So,
I
Mike,
love what I do.
how do people get in touch with you? How do they learn more about your system?
Well, the easiest thing to do is just go online, smartlevel.us,
Okay.
and it's .us. That throws some people off with a .com.
Sure.
The smartlevel.us, and you'll recognize the equipment when you see it.
Mhm.
You'll see my smiling face in all the videos and stuff. So
great.
if you're seeing me again, you got
Yeah.
the right company.
Yeah.
And of course, the National Foundation Repair Association. Groups like this are amazing. I've been dealing with this group since it was in Texas, just as the FRA many years ago.
Wow. Right.
Yeah, and
That's
and
awesome.
at that time, we knew there was a big demand for the entire nation needed this, not just Texas. It was pretty much limited to Texas at one time.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, and Jay's done a great job of
Yep.
bringing this out to the rest
Without
of
a
the country.
doubt. I mean, his passion, and that's what I'm seeing, and that's why we're very much involved.
Yeah.
And we're very passionate about this industry, and we're seeing people such as yourself that have this same passion, and you're taking this individual skill set that you have and this knowledge over 30 years experience and evolving a product to help these contractors improve their businesses.
Yes.
And ultimately the homeowner gets a better outcome.
Mhm.
At the end of the day.
Everybody's better off.
Everybody, yeah, it's a win-win.
It's a
I know
win-win.
We always talk
Yeah.
about that. If
Yeah.
everyone can win in this scenario, it's
That's
better
what
for
you're
everyone.
shooting for.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Mike, thank you so much for
Awesome.
coming
Thanks
by
for
and
having me
spending time
out.
with
I
us.
really
I really
appreciate
love your
this.
product.
This
man.
is cool. Thanks,
Thank you very
guys.
much. Thank
Yeah,
you. Appreciate
pleasure
it.
being here.